Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So in this video we will be continuing with CPM. In fact, we will be finishing CPM in this video, right? So I hope you all guys are safe and doing well. Okay, so it's not only about studying, but it's also about maintaining your health at perfect. Okay, so let's start. So in last video we saw about float, total float, free float. Okay, so total float is for the entire path, that is float is the relaxation time. Okay, so and free float is for a particular activity. So total float is given by LOTJ minus EOTI minus D. Okay, while free float is given by EOTJ minus EOTI minus D. Okay, try to make these arrows. So in exam all you have to do is draw two boxes, match the arrows. Okay, so for total float is the biggest arc, while for free float is the one step smaller arch. Okay, so now let's talk about independent float. Okay, so independent flows goes by the amount of time that a start of an activity can be delayed without affecting early start time of succeeding activity and assuming that the preceding activity has finished at its latest finish time. So consider there are two activities, A and B and C. Okay, so A is the current activity, B is the succeeding activity, while C is the preceding activity. So now for example, the amount of time that a start of an activity can be delayed. So amount of time A can be delayed without affecting the early start time of B and assuming that C finished in its latest finish time. Okay, so this float which is available for A is known as independent float. Okay, so independent float goes by EOTJ minus LOTI. This is EOTI, LOTI, it is EOTJ and this is LOTJ. So this is EOTJ minus LOTI minus D. Okay, or free float minus tail ka slack. We'll look at that. Okay, and the last type of float is interfering float. So difference between total float and free float is interfering float. Okay, this is interfering float, right? So we saw total float, free float, independent float, interfering float, and there's one more type of float, that is safety float. So safety float has the formula LFT minus LST. LFT minus LST minus T, that is LOTJ minus LOTI minus D. Okay, so this is also the same definite formula is written here as a statement. You can go through that. Okay, so we saw 5 types of floats: total float available for entire path, free float available for a particular activity. Then we saw independent float, which does not affect the early start time of succeeding activity and while assuming that the preceding activity finished at its latest finish time. Then we have interfering float, that is different between total float and free float, and at last we have safety float. So these are 5 kind of floats. Okay, so let's solve a problem. Okay, now you guys are aware of all the formulas and all the definitions of floats. Okay, so in this 2 examples that I have selected for this video, I will only be drawing the project network diagram, because now I know you guys are very well versed with float formulas and how to apply that. So let's just draw the project network diagram and save some time for you and for me as well. Okay, so here we have 2 activities A and B which do not have any preceders. So a project has one start node and one end node. So A and B has no preceders. Okay, I am drawing activity on arrow only. You can draw activity on node also, but I prefer this one. Okay, so C comes from A and B, D comes from A and B. Okay, so C comes from A and B, D comes from A and B, E comes from B. See, E is coming only from B, so the arrow should go like this. Okay, so this is the dummy activity which has 0. So C comes from A and B, and E comes from only B. Okay, so then we have F which comes from C. Okay, so this is node 4, this is node 5. So we have F comes from C, right? D also comes from A and B. So we have D which comes from A and B. Actually it should be node 5. This should be 6. Okay, so D comes from A and B, E comes from B. Okay, F comes from C, so F is coming from C. G comes from D, G comes from D, and F and G are meeting. So predecessors, whatever the alphabets are there, so they are meeting. So here F and G are meeting, and H comes from F and G, right? So here I have the 7th node. Okay, and H, I, J, there are 3 more ones. So H comes from, this is H which is coming from F and G. I is also coming from F and G. Okay, I is also coming from F and G, and J is coming from E and H. So E and H should meet, which means this arrow should be extended till here. Okay, so there will be a node here. So the numbers will change accordingly. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This will be 6. This will be 6, and this will be 7. Okay, so J is coming from E and H. Okay, so if there are no further activities, which means I and J are meeting together at the last node. So project has one start node, one end node. Okay, and now the durations are given like 4, 3. So you write all the durations, you make boxes at each node. Okay, then you start forward pass calculation, and after arriving at this point you start the backward pass calculation. Okay, so from forward pass and backward pass calculation you will fill up each numbers, and at whatever node the numbers are equal, those are the critical activities. Okay, so remember that the critical activities has the longest path, right? So I guess that's it. Is an easy project network diagram. You guys, I know you guys can do it. If there is any doubt, please let me know. I'll definitely solve it up for you. Okay, so the next problem goes as, for this also we'll draw the project network diagram only. Let me save some space. Okay, so now there is A, B, C which has no predecessors, which means A, B and C will be like this. Okay, let me draw a little bit bigger so that you guys can see it properly. So this is A, B and C. Okay, so D is coming from B, which means this is 2, 3 and 4th node. D is coming from C. Okay, D is coming from B, right? And C and D are meeting together, which means D will be like this. Okay, E is coming from A, F is coming from A, which means E is coming from A and F is coming from A. Okay, G is coming from B and F. Okay, G is coming from B right now. Okay, so G is coming from B. H is coming from C and D. H is coming from C and D, and F, G, H are meeting, which means H is coming from C and D, and F, G, H are meeting at a node. Okay, this will be node 5. Okay, then we have J is coming from E, so this will be node 6, and J is coming from E. K is coming from F, G, H. K is coming from H, G, H, and J, K are meeting C. So it will be K is coming from F, G, H. L is also coming from F, G, H. So this is L. M is coming from I, and I is coming from E. No, I is coming from CD. Okay, so I is coming from CD. J, K, L, M is coming from I. So this will be node 7. M is coming from I. Okay, and N is coming from JK. So JK are meeting. I'm sorry about these small dots. It's something wrong with my graphic tablet. So JK will be meeting, and N is coming from JK. So J and K, N is coming, and L and N are meeting at the last node, that is 9th node. Okay, so we'll possibly check it once again. Okay, A, B, C has no predecessors. D is coming from B, but C and D are meeting. So D is coming from B, C and D are meeting at a node. E comes from A, F comes from A, E comes from A, F comes from A. G comes from B, so G is coming from B. So H is coming where C and D are meeting. So H is coming where C and D are meeting. I is coming from CD. So H and I are coming from C and D. J is coming from E, right? K is coming from F, G, H. So F, G, H are meeting at a single node. K and L are both coming from F, G, H. M is coming from I, and I is coming from CD. M is coming from I, and N is coming from J and K. Okay, so L, M, N are lastly meeting at a particular node. Okay, so same path goes for this as well. Should draw the boxes around. Start with forward pass calculation, backward pass calculation, and make that table. So now that big table should consist of activity name. Okay, activity name, then there will be duration, then early start time, early finish time, latest start time, latest finish time. Then adjacent columns will be total float, free float, independent float, interfering float, and safety float. Okay, so these are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 plus 5, so there will be 11 columns. Okay, so you should make a big table with 11 columns and apply all the formulas, so you'll get the floats. Okay, so I guess you are aware of CPM now. Okay, it's all about drawing this project network diagram. So once you learn how to draw this and find out the critical path, then it's all very easy for you. You guys are very talented. I know that you guys are capable of doing this. So this problem is from GATE 2020. So the activity duration, early start, early finish, late start, late finish of 3 activities, P, Q and R are given in the following figure. The independent float is. So what is independent float? Independent float का formula is EOTJ minus LOTI minus T. Okay, EOTJ minus LOTI. Okay, now for activity Q. Now for activity Q, this will be EOTI, this will be LOTI, this will be EOTJ, this will be LOTJ. So that is LOTJ, what? Even I forgot some formulas. Okay, so let me see it again. It's EOTJ minus LOTI. Okay, so that is EOTJ minus LOTI minus D. So 22 minus 15 minus D for Q is 6. Okay, duration for Q is 6 equal to 1. So that's independent float. So how do I know that this is EOTI, this is LOTI? That's because of forward pass calculation. Okay, so see, now for forward pass calculation you go like this: 2 plus 7 gives me 9, 9 plus 6 gives me 15, and 22 plus 5 gives me 27, right? So similarly for backward pass, all you have to do is come again backwards. Okay, so that's the simple trick to how to identify the forward pass and backward pass calculations. Okay, so that was all about CPM. Okay, there are not many problems in GATE previous questions which were asked for CPM. Okay, so CPM is like a topic which hasn't been asked much in GATE, but it is very important topic. They have started asking from GATE 2020, and I definitely expect a question from CPM and PERT in the 2021 paper which IIT Bombay is hosting. Okay, so you guys be well prepared with it. I'll put up some more examples in the next video for you guys to practice. Okay, just make that table with 11 columns for each and every. Even in the previous video, we did not cover the independent float, interfering float. For that examples also, you should try this independent float, interfering and safety floats. So you'll understand the entire process of CPM. Okay, so I end this video with here. So I guess CPM is clear to all, and if any doubts you can let me know in the comment section. And guys, keep on practicing, keep on focusing. Okay, and side by side look after your health. The conditions are getting worse, I know, but we have to stick together in these tough times. And if you like this video, I ought to tell this every time, so like this video, subscribe to my channel, and please guys let everyone know that there is a channel for like GATE also. Okay, there are many channels. In fact, there is Vijayan Kane's GATE architecture. That's also good. If you guys have time, please refer that also. Okay, so you'll be helpful, just not to stick it one channel. Okay, so have multiple sources of information which will be helpful for you only. Okay, so thank you very much. Stay safe and take care. Bye.